Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the reception of Malvika and Padmanabhan. Can I please invite everyone to take a seat? The program's going to kick off in just 2 minutes' time. And can the Panpack staff please start closing the doors? Thank you very much.
लब से आँखों को मन्नतें पूरी तुमसे ही तू मिले जहाँ मेरा जहाँ है वहाँ रौनकें सारी तुमसे ही ओ छू लिया तूने लब से आँखों को मन्नतें पूरी तुमसे ही तू मिले जहाँ मेरा जहाँ है वहाँ रौनकें सारी तुमसे ही पिया ओ रे पिया पिया रे पिया रे पिया पिया ओ रे पिया पिया रे पिया रे नजदीकियों से सौदा कोई कर लिया हो झुके निगाहों ने दिल से इश्क का वादा कोई कर लिया चल मुझे कहीं दूर पिया ओ रे पिया पिया रे पिया रे पिया पिया
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the party is about to get started. Can I please invite the Panpack staff to close the doors behind us? Thank you very much. And can I please invite everyone to find your seats, find your tables, sit down. Now, before we get started, I just have a couple of announcements. Yep, just have a couple of announcements. Test. There's a joke about Murphy's Law.
Oh.
All right, everybody. Before we get started, I just have a couple of announcements to make, some housekeeping stuff for everyone to know. The same old boring COVID rule, please keep your mask on when not eating or drinking. On a related note, please keep eating and drinking. We have waiters going around, call for their attention, order anything you like, and let's have a good time. Okay, everybody, so once again, good evening and welcome to the reception of Malvika and Padmanabhan, who we lovingly call Manu and Ali. Can I get some noise, please? Now, I know that a lot of people in attendance today perhaps may not know as much about Indian weddings Is that they aren't just a union of two individuals, they're a union of two families. It's a cliche because it's true. However, what makes this wedding extra unique is that this is a union of two very different families. Some might say even polar opposites. First, we have our side of the family, the North Indians, the Punjabis. We love our chicken and our whiskey. And then we have Adi's side of the family, who are from the southern part of India, the outskirts of a city called Chennai. They aren't that big on chicken and whiskey. But the thing about South Indian weddings is that it's always a sight to behold. The traditional instruments, the music, the fun ceremonies, the culture, it's such an experience. The other thing that's unique about this wedding is the duration. Everybody knows Indian weddings are long. But this one, in my opinion, takes the cake. We started back in February with a traditional South Indian prayer called the Tirukalyanam. My sister received blessings for an auspicious start, and it looks to me like it's worked out pretty well so far. Next, we fast forward to just 2 weeks ago, on the 19th of May, when we conducted the ROM at home. We told the solemnizer it would be a small gathering, so he naturally was quite surprised when he entered a house jam-packed with 40 people. It was a beautiful, happy ceremony and a great way to kick off a season of celebrations. Next up, on the 29th of May, last Sunday, we had the Sagan and Ring ceremony, kind of like an engagement. Another fun ceremony, my personal favorite was the chance to go up close and personal to the couple on stage, pick up a handful of flowers, and throw it in their face. That actually happened. Now, there is a stereotype about the Kataria family that we're always late. Completely false, in my opinion. But by an unlucky coincidence, it happened to hold true in this case because we held the bachelorette party on Tuesday, the 30th, 10 days after Manu had already been married. We ate, drank, and even a few select members of the group even did catwalks. But that's a story maybe for another time. Next up, on Wednesday, we had the Mehndi and Sangeet. We all got henna tattoos and had an absolute blast, featuring performances from our Irish band, the Crack Horse. Adi's adorable nieces, Sanju and Jeshu. Manu's closest friends, Natasha and Sushant. And a few of my best bros who were willing to sacrifice their Thursdays for a crazy performance on a Wednesday night. Inshura ceremony, where we literally doused my sister in turmeric and tied little trinkets to her arms. And one of the trinkets fell on me, which apparently means that I'm next. So maybe you guys can look forward to another invite in 12 months' time. And finally, this morning, my sister actually got married to Padmanabhan in another beautiful ceremony. Now, for the last 4 months, our two families have been working hard to get all of this together. We understood very little of each other's cultures back then, but now we're a little bit more educated, I'd say. And finally, after months of effort, it is time to let your hair down and let loose on this reception night. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final celebration, so can I get some noise, please? We are here today to celebrate the couple and the culture and the harmony and all that stuff, of course. But above all, honestly, we just want another reason to party. So get ready for a proper night of performances, laughs, dancing, and memories to last you a lifetime. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, could I please invite everyone to rise, turn your attention to the center aisle,
लागे मन क्या है ये सोनापन मुझे तुम बता दो कोई तो वजह दो
Champagne that perhaps Ali was not so familiar with a few months ago until he met our family. Take it away, my friend. Please raise a glass. And let's have a little toast, the first of many drinks for tonight, to our lovely couple for the evening, Malvika and Padmanabhan. We allow the couple to return to their seats, let their egos deflate for a while. Alright, so what can you expect from this evening? Essentially a lot of speeches, a lot of dancing, some real Bollywood stuff, and there's no better way to get started than to show you how we got here to this night. Now obviously I've given you some words, but a picture paints 1,000 words. So what we have for you today is a same day edit video put together by Studio 5, our photographers for the week. Can you please give them a round of applause? Fantastic bunch of people. These guys literally came down at, what was it, 3 a.m., 4 a.m.? This morning?
6.
6 a.m. My apologies. 6 a.m. they came down, they took pictures, they took videos. They were there throughout all the events and they edited everything and put it together all in the same day. And what we have now is the video brought to you by Studio 5, showing you the journey so far. Please enjoy.
To be such excellent kids. So really happy for them, Adi and Manu getting married today.
When we were growing up, she was always much older than us. She always had all the kids around her and she would entertain us and play games with us.
It's really hard living across the world from Manu, but we've always had really fun FaceTime calls between her family and our family, and the dynamics are always the same and always chaotic.
Our FaceTime calls usually involve pranking our parents and saying we did something that they wouldn't approve of.
But I just got to meet Adi today. It was really nice, very warm, and I'm so happy you both found each other, and obviously wish you both very, very successful, happy, and long life.
Congratulations!
Remember to clock your time.
Yeah.
It's so important.
That's right.
I'm Malvika. I know you didn't really invite me, and I self-invited myself to this wedding. But it's okay, we love you. We love you.
The wife is always right, and the wife is the boss. That's the two you need to know.
I agree completely.
No advice, they let them figure out their own life.
There's no tomorrow, right? So just make sure that you spend good time together.
Also, we're here for the free boost.
So how do we take it now? There you own it, bro.
सीधी लगती है तू है तो झूठे मूठे वादे दुश्मन के इरादे सच लगते हैं जो दिल में तारे बारे दे जगा वो तू ही है जो रोते रोते दे हंसा तू ही है वही जाने क्यों दिल चाहता
जनयम् ईरञ्जदामेश्वरीं राजीभूतमन्त्रदेवमनितां लोकैकदीपाङ्कुरां श्रीमन्मन्दकटाक्षलब्धैव
Once again, give it up for Studio 5, everybody! So hopefully you all now have a better understanding of the vibe, of the journey that we've all been on together. And at this point, with all the talk about culture and about family, it's only right that we hear from the families of the bride and the groom. And so without further ado, I'd like to invite onto stage the mother of the bride, also my mother, Pamela Katara, everybody.
That's right. Pump it up.
Yeah. Hi, good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you from all the Katarias. And it is so nice to see you all here. Many of you have been with us since the morning at the temple wedding, and took time off on a busy Friday to come and witness the ceremonial part of it. Went home for a brief break, and I know some of you have also gone back to corporate events and meetings and come right back here this evening. So we are really very happy that you could join us in this momentous occasion in our lives. We also warmly welcome our overseas guests. And we have family on both sides, our east side, who have come in from Chennai, from Belgium. Anywhere else? Those are the two places. Yes, and the US, yes. The lovely nieces, Sanju and Deshu, and their parents, who have come in from the US as well. We also have family who has come in from the US, Yogesh's older brother, Rajesh Bhaiya, and Lidu Harvey from Rochester, Minnesota. Their daughters, Isha from Phoenix, Arizona, Ruhi from Minneapolis, and Aaron from New York. So, thank you all for being here. We have Manu's two lovely friends who have added a lot of fun and enthusiasm and changed the whole the atmosphere at home. They are her two bridesmaids. They are her college friends from her master's program in London. So we have, where are they? We have Jessica from Oxford and Heather from Stevenage. Yeah, they have come in all the way. They are staying with us, and it is really wonderful having them over and being total support to her on each day of each event. We also have Kunal's friends who have come in especially for the wedding. Kuris from Cyprus and Simon from Poland. In a traditional Indian wedding, as I have told them, we have the brothers who do a lot of running around, getting things organized, all the logistics, and doing all the background work. And Simon and Kuris have been helping now do just that. We're so glad. Besides all of you who are here, we also have our friends, relatives, cousins joining us from around the world. It's been live streamed since the morning. So we have from west to east coast of the US, from Canada, from the Middle East, Australia, and of course from India, several cities in India. We have from New Delhi, the head of our family, Mrs. Swarna Kavitaria, Mummy, Yogesh and Rajesh Bhaiya's mother. And has been watching all the proceedings, and if health had permitted, she would not have missed this occasion for her very loving granddaughter. We also have from New Delhi my strength, my backbone, my support system, which is my dear Anu Bhabi. She helped, you have heard her name very often because she helped to conceptualize and put together this North-South wedding in a very organized manner, event by event. She works relentlessly, calls me every day and says, did you do this? Did you do that? You know, this is what you're supposed to do. And we could not have done this without her and without, in fact, the whole of the Batra family. I think this evening would not be complete without mentioning Mana. She lived to the age of 93, a very happy, fruitful man. And she had only one unfulfilled wish, as she told everybody, which was to hear about Manu getting married. Whether or not she attended, she just wanted to hear about her getting married. Unfortunately, that did not happen. She passed away last year. But I am sure today she's watching from up there and blessing both of them, and knowing her personality, there's going to be a party up there. So, I did not write a script. Yeah, talking about the wedding preparations today, a few months back when we were planning everything, 6 to 7 months back, we went to one of the venues and met a lady, a wedding planner. And so we talked to her and asked her what exactly she did. And in all our wisdom, within 5 minutes we decided we did not need a wedding planner. We could do this by ourselves. Famous last words. And given all the COVID restrictions as well, at that point, we could only do a couple of occasions with very limited number of guests. And then slowly things started to open up, and so we went into the second round of discussions. And by the time we figured that out, things opened up even more, and the third round of discussions with vendors. But something very pleasant happened. We did not regret not hiring that wedding planner anymore, because instead of one, I think we had 20 wedding planners with us. Yeah. Yes. There's a standing joke at home with Heb and Jess, where are you? That but if I start to take names, there would be a long scroll, and I think everybody would fall asleep. So without taking names, I think you all are here. You have helped us with all the planning. Menu selection, food tasting, retasting, replanning, home decor when we held events at home, and all the logistics of what goes into an Indian wedding, beautifully presenting whatever gifts we are giving, performances. I know we've had lots of fun and you're about to see all of that later today. We've had practice sessions at home, adults and the children, and they're all so enthusiastically looking forward to Manu's wedding. So, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank all of you who got together to help us to make all the events so successful. Thank you very much. perfect planner. He has emceed, he has maintained all the spreadsheets, he has talked to vendors, he has worked till 4 a.m. last night, this morning rather, trying to get this event together. And I am so touched that he's done this for his sister at breakneck speed, balancing his job as well. And he's going to be performing, and he did perform in the band as well. So Kunal, hats off to you. Okay, I have to talk about the lovely couple here, right? We are very happy to have Adi, as we call him, in our family. He's the second son. And he's a very warm, affectionate, very laid-back person. He's a nature lover, a wildlife photographer, and he's very, very open to new ideas, to absorbing our culture, Punjabi culture. And I'm very sure Adi will make the perfect life partner for Manu. Talking about Manu herself, she's a very strong young lady. And I have the evidence of that from the time she was about 14 months old. She, in Delhi, she went to her grandma's kitchen, and from one of the lower shelves, picking up by the handles, she picked up 2 boxes, 1 kg each, of rice and sugar, huffed and puffed and walked about 10 steps, and deposited them at her great-grandmother's feet. So she's very strong. And we have further evidence of that when she was about 3 plus, and she joined Marymount Kindergarten here in Singapore. The very strict principal told all mothers, all the anxious parents, you can watch discreetly from outside for 1 week, so that if your kids really come take it, you can go in and be with them. So there I was, day 1, first hour, first 15 minutes. She walks into this classroom full of unknown other children and goes straight to the kitchen counter. Do you remember that? And picks up a frying pan and pretends to be cooking. And one little boy came along and he made the mistake of picking up that frying pan. So to my horror, she cracked not 1, not 2, but 3 boiled eggs, plastic eggs on his head. And he went crying to find his mother. And I was so glad nobody saw that until I felt a tap on my shoulder. The principal was looking at me and she said, I think your daughter doesn't need you. You may go back home. So from there, she has gone on to stronger things. She has climbed sand dunes, glaciers, mountains, and the last one was trekking in the Himalayas. I think her friends are here somewhere from that. There they are. Yeah. That's her trek group. So she's a strong girl. Now, the same can be said for her cooking skills. And those of you who know, I was very stressed because till the age of 13 or 14, she would not enter the kitchen. So after much persuasion, one day I said, Manu, just make 1 cup of tea. So she goes and takes a 5-liter pressure cooker and comes up and says, all right, how do I make that tea? She has gone on to, she can make a decent meal, but I think Adi heard that, and he has it all figured out. He will use his engineering skills to, as he says, he will establish a zip line between our kitchen and theirs, and take away, yeah, one way, and dirty dishes come the other way. So good luck to you, Adi, for doing that. And I'd just like to conclude finally by wishing both of you a very, very happy future together, and I hope you always stay happy.
Thank you, Mommy. Give it up, everyone, for Pamela Kataria. Okay, next up we have the father of the bride, my father, Mr. Yogesh Kataria.
And welcome to my Manu's wedding reception. Now, very truly and frankly, no matter whatever papers she signs, I know that I will always be the best man in her life. And unlike my better half, Manu told me that do not have a drink before the speech, and I did not. So I really apologize that I'm going to seem like rushing the things because I have to go back to my drink. And I'm going to really enjoy the next 2 minutes. And for why? Because Pamela did not plan these. And she has no control over what I'm going to say. Yeah. No WhatsApp, sir. No more WhatsApp. Manu has always brightened our lives. She never remembered to turn off the lights. So Adi, there's a link for you. She's going to brighten up your life too. Okay. I am really, truly proudest man in this world today. Seeing Manu look so happy and radiant, it's truly an amazing experience. There's a little tinge of sadness. Giving her away in the morning brought me a little bit of, Okay, let me just move on. It phased me out. Say some more. Adi, Sambat Kumarji, Shantiji. First, I thought about that I will address you as Manu's new family. Then I corrected myself. I said, no, it's not new family. You are the family. Okay. And believe me, I've got no problem with that. Because I'd like her to make you people her priority. While knowing that me and Pamela, we are always there. So, what I have a request, I'm not going to thank anybody, what I have a request is, please keep her happy. I am so obsessed with her happiness that I request you, I know you will, so I'm just gloating over it, please keep her very happy, just like your own child. Okay. Mana, you don't know and I don't know what the future holds and where will you be. But you can absolutely be assured. Me and Mama, always there. Okay, I need to go back to my drinking. Sorry. My son, some 35 years of experience and word of advice. And take it, it's really, whenever you are wrong, admit it. And whenever you are right, just be quiet and smile. Nothing more. Don't do nothing else. Because the acid test is realizing what togetherness means. And that means going back to a home, being greeted with a smile and tenderness and affection, your years of love. That's how it happened with me and my wife. Okay, final one. I didn't take more than 2 minutes. My drink. Wait. Please join me in the toast for the married couple and the happiness that flows. All right. Thank you, guys. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers to my father, Yogesh Kataria. Thank you, everybody.
योगेश कटारे को बाप बोलते शर्म आती है? Oops.
Next up, we have a speech by the mother of the group, Shanti Auntie. She is honestly just super cool. I remember the first time I met her, within half an hour we were fist bumping each other, making little jokes, roasting Adi, roasting Didi. And I can't wait for all of you to hear from her. So Shanti Auntie, please come on to the stage. Give it up for Shanti Auntie, everyone.
Let's go! Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, raise your voice. Na 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 na. Let me make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, raise your voice. Na 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 na. Let's go!
Hi, everyone. So happy to meet you all here. I'm Shanti Sabatma, and I am the proud mother of Padmanabhan, who you may know as Adi. On behalf of Adi's father, Mr. Sambat Kumar, and myself, I'm so happy to welcome you all here to attend Adi's wedding reception. I would like to share my feelings about my son. He is very simple, humble, and very easygoing person. And I am so happy that at last he found his partner, who is also of the same wavelength. I very warmly welcome Malvika as my daughter to our family. And another mark in our family through Malvika. This is our first exposure to the very exciting and fun Punjabi traditions. And it has been a very enjoyable experience for us all. This has been made possible by Kataria families who have always been so warm, welcoming and accommodative. Though there are some language barriers between us, there has never been any barrier in our hearts and love for all children. I am very happy that our children have enjoyed the functions and everything went so nicely and smoothly. I want to say a big thank to Kataria and friends and family for all the efforts taken to organize the wedding. Especially to Pamela ji for her meticulous care and for the smallest details. Sure. Thank you, Pamela ji. Before coming here, we only knew few of Adi's friends in Singapore. Now we have got a huge family here and new friends. We are really thankful to God for our wonderful new family with you all. We wish Malvika and Padmanabhan a long, happy married life together. May you both love and understand each other, share your feelings, and avoid having any egos, and lead a happy life together.
give it up once again for Shanti Auntie and Sampath Uncle. Last, but most definitely not least, we have someone who is often described as an older, more mature version of me. I only agree with one of those two characterizations, but he is my brother, Aaron Guitare.
Hi everyone. Yes, definitely older. That's completely a fact. I'm Aaron Guitare. I'm Manu's cousin brother. It's great to be here. We live in the States. We've been here for a few days. It's been awesome to get to know Adi's side of the family, the extended family, and the broader Singaporean community. So it's really been a wonderful time. When I was thinking about what to talk about, I got married 11 months ago, and I thought that maybe I would talk about a few words of advice or around marriage for a beautiful couple. But then I realized that 11 months probably doesn't qualify me to give any sort of great advice. So maybe I'll save that for Kunal's wedding.
11 years is not enough. There are 40 plus people here.
we can put our heads together. So I'd like to share 3 qualities that I think make Manu really special. The first is her sense of humor. So as a brother, I view my primary responsibility as to annoy, irritate, bother my sisters, Manu, Isha, and Rui as much as humanly possible. The big challenge with Manu is that for every one joke I make, she has 10 waiting in queue. Before I can even finish mine, she's just lined them up. And so I found that I've had to be really, really precise with my digs on her. She definitely ascribes to the philosophy that the best defense is a good offense, and it's a good lesson there. She's always wearing a smile, always cracking jokes, always trying to make the best of the moment. And I know that you both will be laughing and smiling for years to come. The second quality about Manu is her passion. When she gets into something, she really gets into something. So Spotify doesn't make public their usage statistics, but I'm quite confident that Manu is one of the top Coldplay listeners across the whole platform. They should really consider giving her a cut of all the royalties that you've generated for them over the years. And then there's Shah Rukh Khan. One summer when when all the family was visiting us, I think we watched Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham 3 times over a 48-hour period. And finally, we convinced Manu to say, "Look, Shah Rukh probably needs some rest. Let's give it a few hours." I'm happy that clearly a few years later you found your own Shah Rukh, and I'm excited to see you tap into your passions and develop new ones together over time. The final one is family, most important. Manu, as many of you know, is so devoted to her family. She has the biggest heart. She's warm, she's caring, she's thoughtful, she's a great listener. I've admired her for a long time, how deeply she takes care of everyone in her orbit, from her grandparents, extended family, close friends, many people in this room. There's many examples of this. There's one actually from this morning that I wanted to share. So my wife couldn't be here for visa issues, and so this morning we have a group thread, and she texted, congratulations, best of luck for today this morning. And Manu at 7:40, on the way to her own wedding, amidst all of the craziness that comes to weddings, on 2 hours of sleep, there she was typing 4 or 5 messages to Alicia, who she hasn't met yet, with the details on how to watch the live stream and feel like I'm part of the wedding despite being many miles away. And that's just the kind of person that she is. It meant a lot to Alicia. Andy, it got me into a little bit of trouble. Why didn't I send the link? But that could be part of the story for Kunal's wedding, maybe. Adi, it's amazing to have you part of the family. Looking forward to a lifetime of happiness for you both and getting to know you better over time. So, thank you. And on that note, we have a short number. I'd like to invite the Qatari squad to the stage, including the bride. We attempt to bring a little bit of Bollywood to sing.
सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी गिरे है सांसों में बातों में रोशनी सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी गिरे है सांसों में बातों में रोशनी जो ही बदल की ताल है यूं ही आया एक ख्याल है बांधे हमें जिंदगी एक बार क्यों न करे कोई भी हम इसका प्यार जाने किसका है हमें इंतजार कि जिंदगी यही है और यही जो भी करते बस आरज़ू वो ही पा गए हैं मैं और तू थामे हम हाथों में यूं ही हाथ शहर में घूमेंगे साथ साथ सारे सारे दिन सारी सारी रात बरस रही है एक खुशी है कहीं सूरज की बाहों में अब ये जिंदगी गिरने के सांसों में बातों में रोशनी सूरज की बाहों में अब ये जिंदगी गिरने के सांसों में बातों में रोशनी सपने जो बन सके उसे जिंदगी को
Thank you very much. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, everybody, for dancing. That was a tough one. All right. So that was the first of the performances. Now, before we go on, I would like to next invite onto stage someone very, very special to the Kataria family. We may not be related by blood, but by this point, we basically are family. This person and her family, and in fact all of the community of friends that we have made in Singapore over the years, have done so much for us that honestly I could go on for a whole evening with stories about all of our adventures together. But I will spare you the trouble. I will leave it to the lady herself. Please welcome on the stage, Dr. Padmanabhan.
Hello everybody, I'm Pratibha and I'm Manu's aunt or mommy or chachi with a very confused relationship. And I'm actually quite nervous because the act to follow the speeches that went earlier and the grand performance, but I'm going to be shameless, so I'll just carry on. I'm really happy to be here today on behalf of Apni community to say a few words about Manu, who is the darling bacha of our Apni community uncles and aunts, and the darling sister and friend of the Apni community bacha there. from being Sanjeev Chacha's favorite bitia when you were all of 2 years old, nothing really has changed very much. Okay, now that you are still his most loved bitia. Though I must warn you, that position of most favored position is being danger of taken up by Adi. By Adi. No, by Adi. Okay. Our earliest memories of our life in Singapore together have been of family picnics at Yishun Jetty, if you remember, Aman and Anshu and Sanjeev, and where we all used to enjoy the picnic at the jetty. Scooter rides with Anish and who's our son, the son who's close friends with Manu and the same age. So scooter rides with Anish and Manu outside Prime Supermarket, and a fun trip with Nanima, which is something to be really remembered and cherished. And of course, our yearly Diwali patakas and pujas together. And in more recent years, it was our trip to Badrinath and Kedarnath. And I think what really stood out was the intense involvement and enjoyment which Manu had in every activity. So that reminds me of course, the most enjoyable involvement which Manu had was a Shah Rukh Khan phase, and which we lived her about endlessly. So that of course involved $500 concert tickets to a Shah Rukh Khan concert, and us having to watch endless Shah Rukh Khan, as Aaron said, endless reruns of Shah Rukh Khan movies. So Adi was spared of that for now, but you must remember you have to still figure out the making of the tea in the morning, unless you want it to be in a pressure cooker. And she's really not functional before morning tea. Okay. I also remember Manu's favorite pastime when Avneet, who's a younger one, and Kunal were young toddlers, and she would dress them up in the most ridiculous of attire, and they would happily oblige because it was their Manu baby. Okay, so hats off to you, Kunal. And I also remember Anish, somehow, we were jealous when he was telling me, Mummy, you always seem to be praising Manu, and you seem to be more fonder of her than of me. And I think that's true. He doesn't know that, but I think that's true. So, Anish and Avi have both sent you their messages from the other side of the world, and hope to see you soon. Moving on, Manu, it has been a pleasure seeing you grow from a lovely little girl into a beautiful and accomplished young lady, both on the inside and outside. Okay? Ready to talk about, delve into the deeper meaning of the Gita at one moment, and then groove on the dance floor the next. So, Manu, that's you. And Adi, your gentle smile and your quiet sense of humor has enchanted our little Manu. And we welcome you and your family, Sampati and Chanti, to our Singapore family. Okay? So our Singapore family, just to give you some background, or Apni community as we call it, is a group of about maybe 15 to 20 families, and we are about 25 years young. And our roots grow deeper each year with, and we share all our difficult and our joyous moments together, as you'll see in the next segment. So, Adi and Manu, we really, really wish you all the very best, and we look forward to seeing both of you build your life together, full of happiness, love, laughter, joy, and blessings. So here's to Adi and Manu.
Thank you very much, Pratibha Auntie. Can we have a round of applause for her one more time, please? Okay, I know everyone's probably a bit tired of speeches by this point, and we have good news for you. No more speeches. What comes next is the real story behind this amazing harmony that we see in front of us today. Presenting to you a live skit performed by all of our aunts and uncles, Apni community in Singapore. They have worked really hard on this for the past few months, and I can't wait for all of you to see what they have prepared. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Apni community Singapore.
You got to see not just the characters on the stage, but also the both of us.
Some people need special light on their face.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Well, good evening, friends. You saw a wonderful celebration of the wedding this morning of Manu and Adi. But a lot of things happened a year before that. Right? And the culmination of all of that was the wedding that you saw this morning, right? So, what you're going to see over the next 12 to 15 minutes is that courtship, that story that unfolded over the last year or so between Manu and Adi. And that is being capitalized on stage by none other than the Pratibha very rightly said, the 25-something members of the Apni community. What do you think, Manish? Are we ready to rock and roll?
No, I have to make a few disclaimers first.
Okay.
What you are going to see is based on actual events. There is no fiction in this, by the way. You see that? The real story. Okay? It is the real story based on actual events. The only thing I can tell you is, in making of this story, no animals were harmed. Or there was one, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, there was one bunny that was harmed.
Not one, Benny. He was harmed, he was mentally harmed. Other than that, nothing else. And like standard disclaimer, smoking is injurious to health. We don't encourage alcohol. Okay? Everything else is fine.
And also one other disclaimer really, right? Now it's possible that there may be a few statements made here and there. Please treat it as a fun characterization of the actual courtship that happened, right? So we apologize if there are any inappropriate comments that might be made during the course of the skit. Alright, let's begin. From the days of yore, from times immemorial, if there's one thing that has brought people together, it is coffee. Coffee, that aromatic drink.
I thought it was alcohol, always.
Oh, no, not quite, Manish. From where I can see it, it's coffee.
Okay, I take it.
It's coffee. Alright. So coffee, that aromatic drink that brings people together, that kindles emotions, that kindles passion. But in this story, there's something else too. Not just coffee, there is a bagel too.
So there is coffee and there is bagel. Let's see what happens when you have coffee and bagel together.
So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for coffee and bagel. Manu, the beautiful Manu, is sitting pensively at the alfresco dining area of the Starbucks in Katong. She's already had a few cups of coffee and she's reflecting what's happening next.
I've had 6 cups of coffee already. Really too much. Where the hell is this bagel, man? Alaji, please bring me the bagel. What happened to it?
In the meanwhile, Adi is prancing around, obviously with the bagel in his hand, trying to look for some coffee. His eyes fall on the beautiful Manu.
मिल गई हमको साथी मिल गई coffee and bagel. But these two have still not met. Coffee and bagel is in their dreams. That's what they got them together. So that's what really is happening.
Well, you know what? Actually, it was an app called Coffee and Bagel that actually brought them together.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought coffee and bagel was eat and drink something.
No. It was actually an app called Coffee. They brought them together and they have been texting each other ever since.
So this is how it started, from coffee and bagel to texting. Social media is the key here, right?
Absolutely.
That's the new generation.
Well, nothing is spared by social media.
All right. Let's see what they message.
Hey, what's up, huh? क्या हो रहा है?
कुछ नहीं यार. I'm good. I'm just watching Monty Python.
Python? Oh my God, where? Your house?
Only not in my house. I'm watching a TV serial.
Oh, what's that? I only know of the movie, the full Monty. Me and the boys are like, ooh. And I thought, तुम्हारे घर में Python has come and doing the full Monty.
I don't know which.
God.
I don't know which movie you're talking about. Good boy, I don't watch some things. Anyway, hey, tell me, what are you doing this weekend? What are you doing this weekend?
Nothing. Okay. Why? What's wrong?
I'm heading to the NTU this
Oh, don't tell me to fiddle around again with your ham radio.
No, yeah. This time I got a telescope. You know what? It's Lunar New Year. So, I mean, lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. Why don't we watch this, from NTU? You want to come and join me?
Sure, why not? Let's meet up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Sure.
This is their first meeting. They haven't seen each other yet. They meet. And they meet together, see one another at NTU.
All the places NTU.
Well, what else can you expect? What else can you expect?
Romance growing in NTU.
How are you?
All right.
I'm good. Thank you. I'll send you what?
Yeah,
I got this telescope.
Adi is actually going to show her
Wow,
the
I'm
lunar
impressed.
eclipse through a telescope. But alas, it's a cloudy night, unfortunately.
Oh man, it's not a telescope. Hold on.
No, that's really disappointing.
अरे चांद तो मेरे सामने है यार.
Oh yeah.
So, while this is going on in NTU, I'm wondering what actually is going on in Kataria household.
Tell you what, mate, I know. Knowing the Katarias, they will be absolutely pareshan. I can tell you, absolutely pareshan.
I think I want to be a fly on the wall and really see what is going on in Kataria household.
Oh, why not? Let's get to the house to see. Yeah, why not?
Good morning, Mom.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you see the time? It's good afternoon, Kunal. Is this the time to wake up? मुझे पता भी है क्या-क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पर. Do you know Manu? What is happening with Manu? Where is she going? कभी-कभी तो इतनी खुश लगती है, सिर्फ फोन पे मैसेजिंग करती रहती है. And then she's disappeared. She's not even in the house.
Mom, I have no clue. They are busy with each other. But one thing I know, Manu दीदी ना बड़ी खुश है. She's smiling all the time.
आ गई मैडम. मन्नू, बाबा, क्या हो रहा है तेरे साथ? बता ना, what's happening? Where are you going? What are you up to? What's happening?
Mom, relax, please. Nothing's happening. I'm just happy. What else?
Kunal, क्या मतलब है इसका? She's just
Kunal,
happy.
please, make her chill. Please.
Listen to me.
Very good.
Listen to me, Manu. Tell us what's happening.
With what? About what?
कहाँ जाते हो? क्या करते हो? कुछ तो बताओ.
Oh, it's okay. We love going to the parks, Mom. So we just go to all kinds of national parks. Sometimes we go to Labrador Park, Big Shan Park, Hume Park, Goodwood Park.
That's love all that. हमने क्या क्या सोचा? What all did we think? And what? Park? Oh, what can we do about this Manu?
So, the regular Bollywood system starts roaming around in the park. National Park Board knows you very well. Vishal Park, Labrador Park, every tree knows them.
Nothing is ever complete.
पत्ता पत्ता बूटा बूटा हाल हमारा जाने है.
जाने न जाने, गुल ही न जाने,
बात तो सारा जाने है. क्या बात है?
Nothing is complete ever without.
लेकिन मेरे भाई ये पार्क में घूमने से there is a big obstacle still. The three magic words have not come yet.
You're absolutely right. You know, they haven't yet said the three magic words.
And without those three magic words, how the story is going to move forward?
But tell you what, why don't we get back to the Kataryas again this evening?
Yeah, I think let's see. Really, I want to see how they really bring those three magic words together.
क्या हो रहा है? कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। ये सब बाद में घूमते रहते हैं, क्या हो रहा है? ये देखिए यहाँ अभी मैं इसे पूछ लेता हूँ। Manu भैया,
You again?
Yeah.
Let's not start off, please.
No, what's happening here?
You too, Pa.
But who is this boy? ये मुंडा ठीक ठाक तो है ना?
मुझे भी यही पता करना है. I also want to know the same thing.
Please. Oh my God, really? You also came in. Oh my, please. Okay. Nice. He's very intelligent, Pa. You know what? You love this. He loves to fiddle around with a ham radio, you know.
यार ये ham छाड़ यार, उसको तो बाद में खा लेंगे यार. तू ये बता कि ये लड़का ठीक ठाक तो है ना? ये क्या कर रहा है? Is he really in love with you?
Please tell us.
I like him. Okay, I like him. Honestly, I really like him. I think he likes me too. But I don't know. उसके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है? What's going on in his mind? How do I know?
This is not good यार. यार तुम लोग seriously सोचना पड़ेगा. मैं बता रहा हूँ.
Hello.
Hey Manu. Hi. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
यार I don't know how to describe. I've not been able to sleep for the longest time.
What happened? All okay? I hope, huh?
It's all okay. It all depends on you. Yeah. I just want to tell you something.
What happened? Yeah.
You know, I've been wanting to tell you this, yeah, for the longest time.
Yeah. What happened?
I love you. I love you, yeah. I don't know. I just love you. Don't ask me anything else. Do you?
I love you too.
So, my dear friend, the first hurdle of these three letters has been crossed. But from here to the marriage, still a very long road ahead.
I can tell you it's the Everest climb, you know. It's a climb of the
So
mountain.
base camp has been conquered.
Base camp has been
But still
conquered.
there are a few things to go.
But tell you what, the most important thing that I heard is that Manu's not going to be making it any easy for Adi, right?
I know that Manu because I remember when Manu was working in one of her jobs, she used to really open up brains of these flies.
Yes, and she has now graduated, and because she's so studious as well, right? Apparently she's come up with about 100
I'm very sure she's going to take Adi through a real exam.
Yes.
Before she says, I am ready to marry. What do you think?
You can bet your last dollar on that, right? I think she has this set of about 100 questions.
I believe she bought a book like that. I do believe, yes.
And she apparently wants Adi to go through an exam of sorts.
Let's see whether Adi passed that exam.
Let's see.
romantic plan for me?
Hello, what's this? Please, huh?
Come on, yeah, nobody.
Wait. No, hello. There's another hurdle which you need to pass first.
What hurdle?
No, so there's a question paper that you need to pass.
Oh, I don't want any question. I did NT already. No more exams. Yeah, please.
Sorry, too bad.
For what?
So I have a list of questions that you have to answer, and please make sure passing mark is 75%.
Bullshit.
If you want to get married to me, if you want to marry me, you better answer these questions, and the answers be the ones which are like. Too bad.
Oh my God! What is this? What is this? 100 questions in one hour? What the hell? Kadmale! Amma! I don't want to do this. Are you okay doing all the cooking? No! There's only yes and no. Maybe, sometimes. I love my beauty sleep. I will not wake up before 8 a.m. Oh, that's okay. I'll stay up, I'll give you coffee and bagel. And dosa? Yeah, dosa. What is all this, man? Oh, when we have babies, who discuss babies? You'll change the diaper? Oh, no. Wait. And you'll also feed. Ah, man. Okay, yes. Maybe yes. Okay. Yes to all. What the heck? I'm done.
Oh, that was fast.
I'm good.
I'm impressed.
I'm a scholar.
Wow, this is really impressive.
I told you I'm a scholar.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Good job, man. Okay, sorry, there's one more last one. Huh?
Hey, you didn't mention that.
Hey,
No,
this is the deal breaker. This is the deal breaker. Listen,
don't tell my parents I have to sign all this. Yeah?
Too bad, it's okay. Once we get married, who cares? So, the last one. The last one. जब तुम होगे 60 साल के और मैं होंगी 55 की
ओल्डीज
तब भी तुम ऐसे ही मुझे प्यार करो
नो वे नहीं यार इससे भी ज्यादा
तो भाई लोग समझो हो ही गया लेकिन हुआ नहीं है अभी it can't happen obviously until the two households meet, isn't it?
Because as Kunal said, Indian marriage is not about two people, it's about two families.
Correct. Have the families met yet? Well, you know what? I think the Padmanabhan family and the Kataria family are meeting today. There is utter chaos.
I see real two-stage scene happening out here.
Absolutely. You know, the crusading Punjabis against the calm and calculated Padmanabhan.
Oh, that'll be I would love to see that, how that happened.
Oh, let's just watch the Milni of the Katarias and the Sampat Kumar Padmanabhan family.
Welcome. Hello ji. Welcome to Singapore. कहाँ है तुम्हारा?
वेलकम जी। कैसा है?
एकदम
सब ठीक है? बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा। वेलकम। वेलकम। Inga, Roma,
Thank you. Welcome. Hello everybody. How are you? Manu! Rumba, Anaka, Erika. Manaji, good choice. Good choice. Very nice.
Beautiful. Balaji is so happy.
आओ जी चाय साहब पियो चाय वाला लेकर आओ
चाय लाते हैं अभी चाय लाते
बैठो जी
We are very happy. We love Manu. Balaji is also very happy. And he's such a lovely boy. Thank you. We are also very happy.
That is how the two states actually happen.
and gentlemen. Give it up for Apni Community Singapore! That was honestly an extremely touching performance. I hope it goes to show the family that we built up over here and the lengths they would go to just to provide you with some entertainment. Once again, give it up to Apni Community Singapore, everybody. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the first segment of this evening. Thank you very much for watching. Dinner is now served, so you can please make your way over to the buffet tables on the left and the right of the hall. And we will see you back here in half an hour for more good stuff. Thank you very much.
दस्तरखान बिछाया, हाँ दिल ने दस्तरखान बिछाया, दावत इश्क है। दिल ने दस्तरखान बिछाया, दावत इश्क है कबूल तो आजा जाना, दावत इश्क है कबूल तो आजा हाय बातें तेरी चाशनी सी मीठी मीठी,
बातें ही अदावतें भी मीठी मीठी।
तू आए तो भी किसी महफिल में मेरी लज्जतें लौट आए।
हजरत पे लज्जत जो है तेरी दामन तो बोला भला कौन आए।
अरे कह दे तू जो सारी देगों को आग दू दिल की मैं दम भी मैं दे दूं अपना। दिल ने दस्तरखान बिछाया, दिल ने दस्तरखान बिछाया, दावते इश्क है। दिल ने दस्तरखान बिछाया, दावते इश्क है कबूल तो आजा जाना, दावते इश्क है कबूल तो आजा जाना, दावते इश्क है।
रज के रुलाया, रज के हंसाया, मैंने दिल खो के इश्क कमाया। मांगा जो उसने एक सितारा, हमने ज़मीं पे चांद बुलाया। जो आँखों से, वो जो आँखों से एक पल ना ओझल हुए, वो जो आँखों से एक पल ना ओझल हुए, लापता हो गए देखते देखते। सोचता हूँ कि वो कितने मासूम थे, सोचता हूँ कि वो कितने मासूम थे। क्या से क्या हो गए देखते देखते। सोचता हूँ कि वो कितने मासूम थे, क्या से क्या हो गए देखते देखते। सोचता हूँ कि वो कितने मासूम थे, सोचता हूँ कि वो कितने मासूम थे, क्या से क्या हो गए देखते देखते। वो जो कहते थे बिछड़ेंगे ना हम कभी, वो जो कहते थे बिछड़ेंगे ना हम कभी, अलविदा हो गए देखते देखते। सोचता हूँ एक मैं एक वो और शाम कई, चांद रोशन थे तब आसमां में कई। एक मैं एक वो और शाम कई, चांद रोशन थे तब आसमां में कई। यारियों का वो दरिया उतर भी गया, और हाथों में बस रेत ही रह गई। कोई पूछे के कोई पूछे के हमसे खता क्या हुई, क्यों खफा हो गए देखते देखते। आते जाते थे जो सांस बन के कभी, आते जाते थे जो सांस बन के कभी, वो हवा हो गए देखते देखते। वो हवा हो गए हाय ओ हो हो, ओ हो हो। वो हवा हो गए देखते देखते, अलविदा हो गए देखते देखते। लापता सोचता हूँ कि वो कितने मासूम थे, क्या से क्या हो गए देखते देखते, क्या से क्या हो गए देखते देखते, क्या से क्या हो गए।
हर पल मेरी यादां विच तू, दिल दी गल मैं दस्सां ते दस्सां फिर किन्नू। हर पल मेरी यादां विच तू, दिल दी गल मैं दस्सां ते दस्सां फिर किन्नू। तेरी मेरी तेरी एक जिंदड़ी what to do। झूमूं मैं नाचूं मैं गाऊं के लिखूं तेरे लिए मैं क्या करूं। धीरे धीरे से मेरी जिंदगी में आना, धीरे धीरे से दिल को चुराना। तुमसे प्यार हमें है कितना जान जाना, तुमसे मिलकर तुमको है बताना। शाम वही काम वही तेरे बिना ओ सनम, नींद नहीं चैन नहीं तेरे बिना ओ सनम। शाम वही काम वही तेरे बिना ओ सनम, नींद नहीं चैन नहीं तेरे बिना ओ सनम। तेरी मेरी तेरी एक जिंदड़ी what to do। झूमूं मैं नाचूं मैं गाऊं के लिखूं तेरे लिए मैं क्या करूं। धीरे धीरे से मेरी जिंदगी में आना, धीरे धीरे से दिल को चुराना। तुमसे प्यार हमें है कितना जान जाना, तुमसे मिलकर तुमको है बताना। तेरी मेरी स्टोरी जैसे बिग बैंग थ्योरी, मैं सुनाऊं चोरी चोरी ये सबको सबको। तू मुझसे दूर मैं यहाँ पे मजबूर, शिकवा करूं मैं ये रब को। एक दिन तुम बिन बीते लगे साल, मेरा हुआ बुरा हाल मेरा हुआ बुरा हाल। हाल कभी अपना मुझे तो बताओ ना, और लौट कर वापस कभी मेरे पास आओ ना। सोता हूँ कभी रोता हूँ तेरे बिना ओ सनम, पाकर सब कुछ खोता हूँ तेरे बिना ओ सनम। सोता हूँ कभी रोता हूँ तेरे बिना ओ सनम, पाकर सब कुछ खोता हूँ तेरे बिना ओ सनम। तेरी मेरी तेरी एक जिंदड़ी what to do। झूमूं मैं नाचूं मैं गाऊं के लिखूं तेरे लिए मैं क्या करूं। धीरे धीरे से मेरी जिंदगी में आना, धीरे धीरे से दिल को चुराना। तुमसे प्यार हमें है कितना जान जाना, तुमसे मिलकर तुमको है बताना।
आंदा मेरी चाल में गाने, तेरे कसूरी
I see. I know that you want me to come over to you and talk. I'm just trying to keep it real with you. Are you feeling me the way I'm feeling you? You go call your crew and I'ma call my crew. Cause Jay wish you rich and Juggy D, you coming through. Come on. Baby, I can feel the fire. Listen up, let me get higher. Hennessy and up in the water. All night. Oh, I did it all in the what if I told you? Been thinking of all of the possible lyrical ways to come and approach you. Haven't been able to think about anything other than wanting to reach ya. I ain't trying to speech ya. I ain't gonna use any lyrics to impress ya. A gentleman from the start. I'll get you a drink at the bar. They can make you give it enough. Telling me you in the head of the car. If it's alright with you, then it's alright with me. Take it to cold, just to not leave it with me. Baby, I can feel the fire. Come now. Baby, I can feel the fire. Raise it up a little bit higher. Hennessy and up in the water. All night. Baby, I can feel the fire. Raise it up a little bit higher. Hennessy and up in the water. All night. I did it all in the
चांद छुपा बादल में शर्मा के मेरी जाना सीने से लग जा तू बल खा के मेरी जाना गुमसुम सा है चुप चुप सा है मदहोश है खामोश है ये समा हाँ ये समा कुछ और है हो चांद छुपा बादल में शर्मा की मेरी जाना
धीरे धीरे से मेरी जिंदगी में आना धीरे धीरे से दिल को चुराना तुमसे प्यार हमें है कितना जाने जाना तुमसे मिलकर तुमको है बताना धीरे धीरे से मेरी जिंदगी में आना धीरे धीरे से दिल को चुराना क्योंकि इतना प्यार तुमको करते हैं हम क्योंकि इतना प्यार तुमको करते हैं हम क्या जालोगे हमारी सनम क्योंकि इतना प्यार तुमको करते हैं हम जब किसी की तरफ दिल झुकने लगे बात आकर जुबान तक रुकने लगे आंखों आंखों में इकरार होने लगे बोल दो गए तुम्हें प्यार होने लगे होने लगे होने लगे उसे हंसना भी होगा उसे रोना भी होगा उसे पाना भी होगा उसे खोना भी होगा सुबह शाम तन्हाई में आहे भरेगा सुन सदाएं दे रही है मंजिल प्यार की हो सुन सदाएं दे रही है मंजिल प्यार की हो दिल कहता है चल उनसे मिल उठते हैं कदम रुक जाते हैं तुम क्या जानो कि हम कितना दिल ही दिल में पछताते हैं दिल कहता है चल उनसे मिल उठते हैं कदम रुक जाते हैं राजा को रानी से प्यार हो गया पहली नजर में पहला प्यार हो गया दिल जिगर दोनों घायल हुए तेरे नजर दिल के पार हो गया राजा को रानी से प्यार हो गया है काश मैं वहां जहां पे तू है मेरा इश्क तो जुनू है ओ जाना ओ जाना मैं वहां जहां पे तू है मेरा इश्क तो जुनू है ओ जाना हर वक्त तू ही तू है हर सिमत तू ही तू है ओ जाना तू साथ मेरे हर दम चाहे कहीं भी हूँ ओ जाना मैं वहां जहां पे तू है मेरा इश्क तो जुनू है ओ जाना
Mic check, mic check. Mic test, mic test. Nice.
Mic test, mic test.
try? Yeah? Okay. Go back. I can't count. It's fine. It's fine. All right, how's everybody doing? Are you all fed? Anyone still hungry?
I see a few raised hands, but the good news is the buffet line is still open. So feel free to go and get more food if you like. Waiters are going around, please get more drinks. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, can I please invite everyone that's still standing, still having a good conversation, please take your seats, because we are now ready for the next segment of tonight's performances. Extremely talented, incredibly good looking, and just all around excellent people. So can I ask you please to put your hands together for Kunal and Uday!
Guys, this is a very tense moment. Guys, this is a very tense moment. 24 hours left for the wedding, and Nikki and Kunal, who are well known for their planning and organization capabilities, don't know what song they're going to sing. They think their charisma and their good looks
Kunal, it's 24 hours to the wedding and we still don't know what songs we're gonna play.
Yeah, well, I honestly think that sheer charisma and good looks, my friend, will just power us through the whole evening, don't you think?
Oh yeah, I agree 100%, yeah, but I think as a backup, we should have a couple of songs ready, don't you think?
Okay, fine.
Alright, what kind of music is your sister into?
What kind of music is my sister into? But we are performing, right? So are her preferences really relevant here?
Yeah, you're right, actually this really is about the two of us. Okay, but maybe we can try and do like a sort of musical journey, you know?
Okay, maybe like a story of how they met and like where it's going, right?
Yeah, like how they met, you know? So okay, let's get in their heads. Okay, so both of them are thinking, who am I gonna meet? How's it all gonna start, right? What's gonna happen?
Yeah, maybe they're a bit anxious, like who's it gonna be? Who?
यूं ही चला चल रही यूं ही चला चल रही कितनी हसीन है ये दुनिया भूल सारे झमेले देख भूलों की मेले बड़ी रंगीन है ये दुनिया ये रास्ता है क्या रहा मुझसे मिलने को है कोई कहीं अब तुझसे ये रास्ता है क्या रहा अब मुझसे मिलने को है कोई कहीं अब तुझसे दिल में बेताबी किससे मुलाकात होनी है जिसका कब से आमाश बात होनी है यही चला चल रही चला कितनी हसीन है ये दुनिया भूल सारे झमेले देख भूलों में बड़ी रंगीन है ये दुनिया
And maybe now they're, you know, looking for love.
Yeah, but they still have to meet each other for the first time.
Yeah, and I suppose we might need a song about like the first time they lay eyes on each other, man.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about the Pehli Bar?
I am indeed referring to the Pehli Bar.
पहली बार तुमको मैंने जब देखा था सुन लो यार कि मैंने क्या सोचा था लगा कि तुमसे मिलना कभी इस दिल को ही समझाने मैंने कहा इस रास्ते न जाना कभी राही ये तेरे लिए है ही नहीं दिल मेरा होने दो अब जो भी होगा होने दो अब जो भी होगा किसी अरे चले अरे किसी अरे चले मेरे
Okay. So they've laid eyes on each other. And I think Pehli Bar is a nice song from Manu's perspective. But my friend, I don't think Adi thinks in Hindi, does he?
Right. So you're thinking like a Tamil song?
I think a Tamil song would be nice. And it would be great if we could slip in something about maybe what they were doing at the time when they first met.
Like what?
You know, they were like looking at the moon and stuff.
I know a Tamil song about the moon.
Oh no.
Kunal, I know a Tamil song about the moon.
Okay, dude, if you're thinking what I'm thinking right now, let me just say one thing. We are not performing that meme of a song in front of 200 people at Pan Pac Hotel. Okay, la.
Distance around moon color white background night color dark why this
we slip in a Tamil rap song. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Mama, notes edukka, appude kaili snacks edukka. Papa papa, papa papa, papa papa, ra ra ra, Siriyavasi. Bilingualism. Okay, Super Mama, ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Nah, man, I don't think that's a wedding appropriate song.
Yeah, that's definitely not a wedding appropriate
Definitely can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe something else then, like something in English.
Something in English.
Okay.
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman, like the Kal Ho Na Ho one.
Pretty Woman, like the Kal Ho Na Ho song.
Last time I checked, that was a Bollywood movie.
Yeah, the main song is in Hindi, but the best part of that song is in English. And Adi could do that live.
You know what? It could work. Adi could do that part live. Imagine it.
Man, listen up, girl, when you feel this way. Don't you feel the sunshine coming up today? You got to feel it like, just like day after night. Don't let the sunshine out of your sight, 'cause I can feel you. Hey, can you feel me when I say that? I can feel you. Hey, can you feel me when I say that? I'm crazy about you, pretty woman.
You know, I think that'll work. That's quite good.
It's just so moving. It just gets me every time.
Honestly, the lyrics just touch my heart. And by the way, who is the singer of that song?
Oh, it's Shankar Hassan Loy.
Dude, that guy is a legend. Like, every song he does is genius.
It's 3 different guys, actually.
Okay, I don't know what tangent you're on, but let's agree to disagree. And we're on a mission here, dude. Okay, so I think, we're going good so far. We just need a nice way to end the set off.
Okay, so they're in love. They've met each other.
They've kind of reflected in the light of the moon.
So what we need is maybe something about kind of, how this is really love at first sight.
That's right. Maybe it was love at first sight.
All right, I think that's how we can sort of finish it off.
Yeah, I think we've covered most of the important bits of the love story. I guess the first part, at least.
Yeah, the first part. I mean, the remaining years are up to them.
We've done what we can, man. Exactly. The rest is
sheer charisma and good looks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what love is. That's what my dad told me.
Look at him. He's not lying.
Hey. Yeah. So, right, but how do we actually like finish the performance?
I guess we could like maybe stand up and raise our instruments.
Right? Okay. And then we could say like, that's all folks, we could do that.
Yeah, and the crowd goes wild and they start throwing flowers and money and rishtas in my face.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, let's do it.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
That's all, folks.
Thank you very much, guys. I don't know who those two were, but they were pretty good, like. Honestly, though, for that performance, full credit to Uday. I told him, let's do something for my sister's wedding. And the next thing I know, he sends me a script and all the songs and all the jokes. And all I had to do was memorize it and just play it back. So once again, big round of applause for Uday Dukal, everybody. The next part of this segment is, I suppose, the part that everybody has been waiting for. After, what is it, 2 hours.
Okay, please excuse me, I wrote this like while I was getting the makeup put on, so I have notes on my phone, I'm very sorry. Hello everyone, it's so amazing to see all of our friends and family here. Thank you so much for joining us in our wedding festivities. I'm so touched to see everyone here, particularly those who have come from overseas, from Chennai, Adi's family, from UK, Kunal and my friends, and from US, Raj Chacha, and Isha, Ruhi, Mil Chachi. So happy to see all of you here. We are almost at the end of what's been a very, very hectic week for all the families. But it's been a really fun week as well. Many months of hard work and planning, and suddenly it's almost over. Everything has just slipped by. I can't quite believe it. I would like to say thank you to Mama Lai. Actually, I did hire a professional wedding planning team. Their names are Mama, Papa and Kunal. The Kataria wedding planning service. But seriously, I've seen the 3 of you put your heart and soul and all of your effort and planning into making this beautiful wedding, thinking through every small detail, how to make it a comfortable and joyful occasion for all of us, for Adi and me. And I have to share some moments during our preparation which especially stand out to me. It was our late night arguments over updating the Google Sheet trackers, which I had to print out for Mama because she refuses to understand how Google Sheets works. Also, Mama and my constant trips to the tailor. I think we may have spent at least like 2 or 3 evenings every week going to the tailor. I think she should now give us discounts for life after this experience. Recently, Papa, where's Papa? Let's see where's Papa. Hello. Papa is now Iron Man. He calls himself Iron Man because he set up his steam iron station in the kitchen. And he was busy perfecting everyone's clothes for a few hours every day. And also recently, Kunal rushing around from one temple to another a few days back trying to look for a dholki for the Sangeet because our Panditji flaked on us. Speaking of Kunal, I really have to mention Kunal. He's the mastermind behind all of the fun things. Everything that you enjoy has been Kunal's hard work. Mastermind behind the Sangeet, the reception, entertainment, learning like 8 different songs, I think, choreography. How did you become such a wonderfully talented, bold leader? I'm so impressed. You're the best brother and the best friend anyone could ask for. So Pratima Aunty was talking about the Apni community. So I was I think 2 years old when we moved to Singapore, and when Papa and Mama, one second, let me find my speech has already disappeared. Sorry. When Papa and Mama first moved to Singapore from Delhi, there was a small group of Papa's office friends who would meet up regularly. We'd have dinners at someone's house, have little drinks together, hang out at the beach, have a beer, sing some songs, some whiskey. Old Hindi songs. I got sick of hearing the uncle singing the same songs again and again. I miss those days now. This group of friends has stayed strong together for nearly 30 years. And like Auntie said, it's Apni community, but I think we need to upgrade to Apni family. I've grown up around all my uncle and aunties, and now they are my chacha chachis, my mama mamis, my bua pufa, everyone. And this is a family that I have spent countless evenings, parties, celebrations, and also shared the toughest moments of our lives. All the Apni kids, my brothers and sisters, and yeah, I feel so blessed and so overwhelmed by all your support and all the love and effort that everyone's put into mine and Adi's shadi. And thank you all so much for making Adi and his family also feel like a part of our family. Thank you all so much. So speaking of Adi's family, I must thank them. I was very touched when Mummy Nana came over to Singapore for the first time a couple of weeks back. And Mummy, we had to like formally exchange invitation cards, and so Mummy formally invited Mama Papa to the wedding. And she said, please come for my son and my daughter's wedding. And that really, really touched me. And thank you, Mummy, for going to Kanchipuram, modeling all the sarees for me. My wedding saree was Mummy trying on sarees for many hours on my behalf. And Nana for all the fantastic cups of chai that you make. I'm looking forward to learning more about politics and history. Good conversations ahead. Lastly, thank you all to my beautiful friends for all your support. A special mention to Harpreet and Jaswinder, who have both come from UK.
Give the real name.
Okay. No insults to any Punjabis in the crowd. Jessica Devi Venkaya is Jaswinder Singh Chadda, and Heather Reed is Harpreet Kaur Ahluwalia. Yeah, you guys have been the biggest support over the last week plus. You've been my emotional pillars. You haven't left my side for a minute. You have catered to all my ridiculous demands. And yes, you have scrubbed my feet. I didn't mention that. Thank you all. And last but not least, the man of the hour. I must thank my dearest, sweetest, kindest Adi. / Padmanabhan / Balaji / Sampath. He has many names. What started as a very simple nerdy date blossomed into love, because from the very start for me, I was blown away by your attentiveness, your thoughtfulness, your caringness, and I'm so touched by how quickly you have extended that care to my friends, my family, to me, how you look out for all of us. It's been such a beautiful journey together, and thank you for always being by my side and for listening to all my nerdy demands, filling out hundreds of questionnaires. That is true. That is true. And for promising to feed me paneer all the time. Thank you very much. No take backs now. I'm really looking forward to our future together. Thank you all so much for coming. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you have a good evening. Okay, Adi needs a break and then he's going to say something.
Are you going to say something? He wants water. Why are you so touching, dude? You made him drink water.
The water should be coming out from here.
Yes, it has to be refilled from here.
From here.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour, Padmanabhan Malvika, aka Adi.
This is also quite impromptu, like it was done like all on the way from my home to the hotel. So, and it's going to be a short one, kind of representative of how much I would get to speak as a married man. And even they found it quite tedious, so they named me like Balaji at home. They call me Balaji at home. And when I went back to school, and people like my friends were like couldn't like spell out Padmanabhan, like call me Padmanabhan. So they had other different kind of names. I'm not going to reveal it over here. Daddy. Yeah, that too. Then flying back to Singapore, coming over to Singapore, it's like Padmanabhan is never going to come over from the people's mouth. So it usually be like Sampath Kumar Padmanabhan. So just go with Sampath. So half my folks over there, from my work colleagues, they only know me as Sampath, but the actual Sampath is over there. Sometimes also known as Mr. Kumar. Okay, and fast forward, like I went to Manu's home. My Mataji was like, Padmanabhan is too big. It's too hard. Let me give you something like short and sweet. So she started calling me as Adi. And that's how it came about, and that's how it got stuck with the community. So that's the reason. Okay. So, okay, I'll go to the actual speech now. So this is a formal one. So, I'd like to thank everyone for taking your time to like join us in our celebrations, and like very much appreciate all the time and effort that you have put into like coming for all the events that are being planned out. And in terms of like this whole event, like the fusion of Telugu and the Punjabi tradition, this whole thing would not have been possible without the very like loving and accommodative nature of Mama Papa and Mummy Nana. They were like very supportive in supporting us in like making sure that everything goes on quite well. And next would be the Apni community family, like this whole event, like the whole string of events being grouped together, and like some of the cultural like gaps have been like fulfilled, like bridged by some members of the community, like coming forward to like help out with all the Tamil traditions and the Punjabi traditions. That was really nice. And yeah, there's a huge thanks to them as well. And I think like this has been said many times, and rightly so, and without any doubt, the hero of the whole event series is Kunal. Like orchestrating the whole event and always like pushing for something extra, something more, and finally like it has like come over to here. So huge thanks to him. And yeah, and also like to thank my family from Chennai and US, like who like for having my back, like supporting me throughout the whole wedding process, and like they haven't met the bride, not the family. So they just came over like just 2 weeks back, and they were able to like integrate all of them quite well and like make this happen. So a huge thanks to them. And I'd like to also extend my gratitude to my friends like in Singapore who have like helped me to like with all the errands for the wedding and such, which would not have been possible all by myself. Yeah, thank you guys. And finally, like this is the part that Manu's been waiting for, the part that I get to praise her. And like for those of you like who know Manu, like I don't have anything new to add on. Like you already know her quite well and know why she's special. And
you can add on.
And for the rest, like who haven't met her, you need like spend just a little bit of time with her, and you know that she made you feel at home, quite comfortable with that. That's like a kind of a social thing that brought us all together, brought families together as well. And as evidence for that, like, you have something that's going to follow up later. If there's anybody kind of make me dance, make comfortable about that, it's going.
Now is time for the one performance that I'm sure everyone has been waiting for. this by saying that before we started practicing, Adi told me, "Hey Kunal, I really can't dance, man. I'm not a dancer." But that's when I realized that he's an extremely humble guy, because he picked up the dance steps within half an hour and he absolutely smashed it. So ladies and gentlemen, please.
तेरी मेरी गल्ला होगी मशहूर, करे ना कभी तू मुझे नजरों से दूर। किथे चलिए तू, किथे चलिए तू, किथे चलिए। जानदा दिल ये तो जान दिया तू, तेरे बिना मैं ना रहूं, मेरे बिना तू। किथे चलिए तू, किथे चलिए तू, किथे चलिए। काटू कैसे राता हो सावरे, जिया नहीं जाता सुन बाबरे। के रात लंबे यार कटे तेरे संगे यार रे। के रात लंबे यार कटे तेरे संगे यार रे। మంచి పోలికేది నాకు తట్టలేదు గాని అమ్మో, ఈ లఫనేది బబ్లు కమ్ము అంటుకున్నదంటే పోదు నమ్ము. ముందు నుంచి ఎంతదన్న మాటే గాని మళ్ళీ అంటున్నానే అమ్మో, ఇది చెప్పకుండా చెట్టుము ఏమన్నా పలేదు నన్ను నమ్ము. నువ్వు బదులు చదివినే అరే దేవుడా దేవలో పడి పిల్లడాట దగ్గరైనను చేరదీసివే. పుట్టబొమ్మ నన్ను పట్టుకుంటివే, చిన్నదికే అడ్డబొమ్మై జంట కట్టుకుంటివే. పుట్టబొమ్మ నన్ను పట్టుకుంటివే, చిన్నదికే అడ్డబొమ్మై జంట కట్టుకుంటివే.
This time from someone extremely special, extremely close to the bride and the groom, and to the family of the bride and the groom, and to their extended family as well, and to the Abdi community family as well. This person has practically grown up with the bride. And now I hand over my time to this very special person. Here you go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kunal, Manu's brother. The MC told me that I'd have to give a speech today, so here I am. And I thought it would be nice to start this speech off with some stories about my sister. She is honestly one of the nicest people I know, always on the lookout for me. And I thought it would be cool to share some interesting anecdotes from the past with all of you today. The first story is about a time I got bullied on the bus. I was 8 years old in primary 2. And like all young boys, I really wanted to be cool. It's still an ongoing project. But anyways, I was in primary 2 and used to take the 6:30 a.m. bus to school every day. The back of the bus was where all the cool kids sat. A highly territorial and intimidating gang of 12-year-olds. One morning I puffed my chest out, made my way to the back and took up a seat in the last row. What followed was, unfortunately, an experience that every Indian kid in Singapore has gone through at some point. I heard my first racist joke at the tender age of 8. You could say, oh no. Yeah, it was sad. I put up a brave face, but by the end of the day, I couldn't take it anymore. I went home, bawling my eyes out, and my parents rushed to my side. What happened? They asked. I recounted the incident. My mother, being the loving and morally upstanding lady that she is, wiped away my tears, gave me a kiss, and told me to let it go. My dad, with his hot Punjabi blood, looked like he was ready to give those kids one nice chata using ulta haath. And then my sister came to me, as calm as still water, and asked me to repeat the joke. So I did. And then she asked me for the name of the kid that said it. And with trembling lips, I named my tormentor, Yuki Suzuki. My sister, she didn't say a word. She just nodded. She turned towards the door. But before leaving the room, she looked over her shoulder and said one of the greatest lines I've ever heard in my life. She said, Kunal, go to Yuki Suzuki and tell him his name sounds like an air conditioning brand. So I did. And he complained to the discipline master. I had to explain myself, and when I did, I swear, I saw the corner of the discipline master's mouth twitch, just a little bit. Now, funnily enough, following that incident, UK and I became best friends, and we still hang out every week. I'm kidding. I have no idea where that guy is, but I bet you didn't imagine this story to resurface 20 years later in the most public way imaginable. Honestly, I don't hold any grudges against it. And it's all thanks to my sister. She taught me an important lesson that day. For all the young parents in the house, all the young kids in the house, when someone bullies you, the best strategy isn't to hold your emotions in. It isn't to get angry. The best strategy for dealing with a bully is to compare them to a home appliance. Unfortunately, every rule has an exception, and in my life I encountered that exceptional circumstance a few years after that incident. This is my second story, about the only time in my life my sister bullied me. Now, she is 7 years older than I am, so for the first 15 years of my life, she possessed both physical and mental superiority. And ever since I turned 16, she's only retained one of those advantages, but that's a whole separate debate. I was 10 years old, and one day, completely out of the blue, she decided to hatch a truly evil plan. Maybe it was a natural overcorrection. After a whole decade of being nothing short of an absolute angel to me, she decided it was time to put me in my place. Her plan was ruthless. It was savage. She dressed me up in saris and took pictures of me. I was humiliated. I don't have the photos with me, but if you can see them, you would see the face of a boy so torn between two contrasting emotions. On the one hand, absolute fury, and on the other, begrudging obedience, stemming from a deep-seated respect for his elder sister, drilled into him by his parents on the day he was born. My body language may have indicated that I had succumbed to the latter of the two emotions, but my eyes betrayed my true inner feelings. The resulting expression was, unfortunately, a sexy because her old computer had stopped working completely. Now, speaking as an unbiased, objective third party, my dad has always spoiled my sister. So obviously, it was the latest MacBook Pro with all the bells and whistles, and after many oohs and ahs, she stopped. She turned to me, and she handed me the box. Take it, she said. I don't need something this good. Go write your code or whatever. And that's how I got a new laptop. Not too bad for a handy job. I have been through so much with my sister that I could go on for the whole evening with more stories for you guys. But the bottom line is that she's always been there for me, and I love her very much. I'm going to miss you when you move out of the house. Okay, but on that note, when you do leave, if you could please pack everything up and take it with you. And I mean everything, including the bed, the dressing table, the bookshelf. If you could tear down the cupboard, I would really appreciate that. Because the thing is, it would save me a lot of time and manual effort. Right? Because I plan to turn your precious bedroom into my personal man cave. And I'm a busy guy, so chop chop. I'm just kidding. You can keep your room. And if you ever drive Adi crazy enough that he needs a place to crash, I'll keep it with you. A few words about Adi as well. I've only known him for less than a year, but I honestly have full confidence that he's the perfect guy for my sister. He's super smart. He's got all these diverse interests, the cameras, satellites, radios, nature. So I know for a fact that they'll never run out of things to talk about. He's a prankster. He's always keeping her on her toes. In fact, her first ever conversation with her future mother-in-law was a prank that he ingeniously put together. She thought she was speaking to him, so she was like, hello. And turns out it was Shanti Auntie on the phone. Good first impression. He's also a true gentleman, watching out for her and putting her before himself. And you know what they say? Happy wife, happy life. And he does make her incredibly happy, as you have probably seen from all the pictures and videos. However, what you really should see is their WhatsApp chat. It's full of all the cringe emojis. All the hearts, all the heart eyes. It's so wholesome. And it gives me great pleasure to know that he will always take care of her. He's also a great sport, completely okay to step out of his comfort zone, as he did with the couple dance right before this, which he absolutely smashed, am I right? Also agreeing to just change his name from Padmanabhan to Adi. What a legendary move. I imagine there must also have been some element of cultural shock for him. The fact that one day you're dating this girl and the next you're suddenly part of this loud and gigantic community of North Indians that drinks too much and feeds you even more. He's handled it brilliantly. He's really put in the effort. Everyone loves him. So kudos to you, Adi, and welcome to the family. I look forward to many more good times with you in the future, and it remains one of my life's greatest ambitions to take you to a club one day. He just got married, guys. That's it from me, folks. Before I end my speech, can I please request all of you to raise your glasses to a little toast to Manu and Ali. Cheers, everybody. Now, okay, that might be the end of my speech, but there is one last thing I'd like to dedicate to the couple. It is, surprise, surprise, a dance performance. You guys can come on. This dance performance is with 9 of my closest friends from my school days, and these guys are awesome. Months ago I messaged them. I said, guys, do you want to do a highly energetic and very idiotic dance performance for my sister's wedding? Are you in or not? And the response was overwhelming. Your sister's getting married? But they all agreed, and here we are today. So ladies and gentlemen, you've heard of the Desi Boys. Now give it up for the fun Desi Boys.
बजने दे धड़क धड़क ढोल ताश धड़क धड़क भंडारा झिड़क झिड़क मल्हारी खड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फट लावली अरे बजने दे धड़क धड़क ढोल ताश धड़क धड़क भंडारा झिड़क झिड़क मल्हारी खड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फट लावली बजने दे धड़क धड़क ढोल ताश धड़क धड़क भंडारा झिड़क झिड़क मल्हारी खड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फट लावली
Thank you everyone. This brings us to the end of the second section of the evening. What we're now going to have is couple photos. And we're going to do it in a systematic way, table by table. So can we get some chairs on the stage, please? And we'd like to invite tables 1, 2 and 3 up to the stage first to get your pictures with the couple. Can I please request all of you not to spend too much time talking to them? I know you have a lot of material to discuss now, but we are running on a schedule. So just about 1 to 2 minutes per table, and we can get going with the final segment before we lead into the dance party featuring DJ Khan, the absolute legend. Okay, thank you everyone, and tables 1, 2, 3, please come on the stage.
मैंने तुझको देखा तेरी और दिल फेंका परी तू हेवन की कहना है नजरों का मैंने तुझको देखा तेरी और दिल फेंका परी तू हेवन की कहना है नजरों का चांद को कॉम्प्लेक्स दिया है तेरे चेहरे ने तेरी ब्यूटी का नशा है दिल को लगा चुने नींद चुराई तेरी किसने ओ सनम तूने चैन चुराया तेरा किसने ओ सनम तूने ओ ओ ओ सारे फिरा है तू पीछे पड़ा है क्यों इस रूट की सारी लाइनें तो व्यस्त पड़ी है लड़ा लड़ा नजरें उड़ने दे खबरें कंट्रोल नहीं अब होता तू मस्त पड़ी है अभी तो तेरी जिंदगी में ना कोई गम है इसके चक्कर में होंगे दिन रात तेरे सुने नींद चुराई मेरी इसमें सनम तूने पंजाब या हो परदेश में, जीता है जट सारी रेस में, पीता है पर दो ही केस में। इश्क होवे या ना इश्क होवे, हो पंजाब या हो परदेश में, जीता है जट सारी रेस में, पीता है पर दो ही केस में। इश्क होवे या ना इश्क होवे, कल तलक मैं था मन मौजी, अब तू जनरल और मैं फौजी। ओ फुल सरेंडर कीता के मैं पीपा पीपा हो गया हो जट पी के पीपा हो गया पीपा पीपा हो गया हो जट पी के पीपा हो गया पीपा पीपा हो गया हो जट पी के पीपा हो गया पीपा पीपा हो गया हो जट पी के पीपा हो गया। ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚੜ ਗਈ ਓਏ ਗੱਲ ਗਲੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੜ ਗਈ ਓਏ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚੜ ਗਈ ਓਏ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਫਸ ਗਿਆ ਫਸ ਗਿਆ ਫਸ ਗਿਆ ਫਸ ਗਿਆ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਮੇਕਅਪ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਹਾਏ ਮਾਰ ਗਈ ਅੱਖ ਟਕਾ ਕੇ ਹਾਏ ਹਾਏ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਮੇਕਅਪ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਹਾਏ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਮਰ ਗਿਆ 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 ਫਸ ਗਿਆ ਫਸ ਗਿਆ ਫਸ ਗਿਆ ਫਸ ਗਿਆ ਮਰ ਗਿਆ ਮਰ ਗਿਆ ਮਰ ਗਿਆ ਮਰ ਗਿਆ ਮਰ ਗਿਆ।
हाथ पड़ के नच मेरा यो संगती ना और आवी केर न कर दी गल मनती ना हाथ पड़ के नच मेरा यो संगती ना और आवी केर न कर दी गल मनती ना मैं मुंडा सीता सादा मैनू लभदा नी हल तैनू हैंडल करा मैं मेरे वस दी नी गल तू है कुड़ी बैडैस तू कर दी है हल्ला नच नच तू क्लब सारा करता नी चला she move like she move like she move like she move like नागिन नागिन कितना